One of my students really wanted to play Tetris theme. A little bit later, we realized that it is actually a Russian folk song. So I'm talking about this one. And so on and so forth. So the idea is quite simple. It's been a Russian folk song, then a little bit later, Nekrasov actually created lyrics for it, and ever since then it's been known as Korobeiniki. So previously it's been Korobushka. But in any case, the song itself is quite simple, it's very catchy song, and that's the reason why it's been used in Tetris as a theme music in there. So take a look what happens in here. First of all, the melody, and it does have like a few phrases in there. So the very first paragraph or phrase here is this one. So you put your hand to that A minor position, meaning that your middle finger goes to C, and over here we go to the treble C, not the middle C, and then afterwards 5 fingers, 5 notes, and you start actually from E. So 5, 2, 3, 4, very simple. So that's the first tiny phrase, and then afterwards we go 3 notes down. Then it's literally that A minor chord. So one more time. And the rhythm itself is very simple. It goes long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long. And then it changes a little bit, but there it goes. So one more time. 5, 3, then an A minor chord. And then we have another 3 notes down, but only from the 4th finger this time. There it goes. And just in case, I will supply the music sheet in there. All right. So that's the first tiny phrase in there, and then the finish line. So once we finish on that B, we do have C, D, E, which is very simple, and then again back to that A minor chord, only going down with C, A, C. That's precisely what I played. So one more time. C, D, E, C, A. So that's it. Then we have a little bit of an intro notes, and then it goes to the second paragraph, which goes to D minor, so another chord. Now, when it comes to the left hand, this is where at first I really suggest to keep it very, very simple. And we have only 2 chords for that part. It's going to be E, and after a while we switch to A. And that after a while happens once we have A in our right hand. So it's very simple. At first, I really suggest you to just use just the fifths, just to get used to it. A fifth is when you have 5 fingers, 5 notes, you play the bottom one and the top one. So E is the first one, so meaning that your bottom finger goes to E, and you start from this one. Da, 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 E, so you have double E, E, E. Then we jump to A minor. You can go downwards, you can go upwards, entirely up to you. To A minus. As soon as we have that B, this is where we return to the E. Sorry. And then back to A. So see, each chord goes double there. E, E, A minor, A minor, E, and then A minor. So here it is. The next part starts from D, so we'll have D minor in there. We'll talk about it in a moment. So this is the first paragraph. And once you have the hang of, oh, okay, I'm moving from one chord to another one, I know my chords, there are only 2 there, so like I said, and this is where you can start building up on top of it, meaning that you can apply more interesting rhythmical variations for the left hand. So for instance, for your left hand, instead of playing just the chord itself and just resting in there, you can take it one step further and you can play those notes separately. In that particular case, you will have 4 notes per each tiny phrase in there. Dum da da dum da da A minor da dum da da E bum 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 bum. And if you're struggling to put both hands right away, we're here. So this is very useful to be able to sing and play at the same time. So meaning that you sort of like hum the melody to yourself and just continue to play the left hand. Bum 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 doo 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 dum bum 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 bum. And once you get there, just start connecting both hands in there. So like we talked before, so you do have long, short, short, long, short, short, long most of the time. So for that long, long, since it's a long note, it will have 2 notes in your left hand for this one. So you start both hands and then you add that note in your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Again, just spend a little bit of time and just making sure, okay, I got this one. And once it's there, it's no big deal to obviously change and just play for a few more bars in there. A minor, so just jump in there. Now, once it's there, you can, so that's kind of putting like very, very simple arpeggios in there. Again, you can build on top of it. You do have your chords, but you can play them differently. You can also go and make it more so like dramatic. So in that particular case, you can maybe just use bottom notes and then the jump on the chord somewhere. So it is E major, by the way. Don't make that mistake. So go G sharp in there. So any type of that E major chord, E, G sharp, and B. Or you can just keep it to that fifth as well. So see, it becomes a little bit more interesting. Again, you can have more of a change in that. Entirely up to you what you're going to do. I personally really like to play a little bit more interesting arpeggios, like Alberti bass that goes from a lot of sonatas for that matter. So over here for E, I would have used, actually, I would put it one into 7 chords, so meaning that I would use D and E for the top notes, and then I would change the bottom. So take a look what happens. You can use 2 and 1 for D and E over here, and with your third or your fourth finger, whichever is more suitable for you. So you go B, B, E, D, E, and then after you change the bass, you alternate the bass to E, E, D, E. Sounds quite nice. And then after the next one is very, very simple. It's going to be in the same location, A minor. And again, you just alternate between those 2 bass notes, A, E. If you're interested in how I picked up those 2 notes, it's just because from A minor, you usually have the first note and the 5th note. So one more time. A minor. This is what I played in the beginning. So it is quite simple. Here it is. So first of all, you experiment with that first paragraph on there, and then afterwards you try different ways and then see what suits you at that moment, and then a little bit later push yourself a little bit further. Another thing you can obviously, since you do have a couple of parts in there, a couple of paragraphs in there, you can alternate and change more things. So for instance, you can start with just simple things. And then once you have a little bit more over here, change to this one, or even something like. So it all depends on what is it you're feeling there. Now, for the second paragraph, you do go to D minor. Again, if you want to, you can hear a Tetris theme, and actually for that matter in Korobeiniki as well. So there are a leading phrase into this one. So, but the idea is that you do go to your thumb on that D minor, so literally D minor chord, D, F, A, and then again 3 notes down. The only thing that over here you will have to return to that position of A minor, so meaning that you will have C, E, but that second E, just use your pinky right away. So I'll show you one more time. So D minor, C, E, and see what I did in there. It is important, so because otherwise if you do use your second ones, and then you'll have to change a little bit more. So I really advise, especially once you're beginning, so I really advise you to use your pinky in there. So after that, after we change to that E, it's just 4 notes down, and then from B we go 3 notes down, and then from B we go 4 notes up. and finish in exactly the same way as we have done for the first paragraph in there. Again, just listen to the melody in there. It is quite catchy, so you will be able, even if you make a mistake over this, you will be able to figure out the melody. And that's it. See, it's very simple. Now, when it comes to the chords over here, you do have that one D minor that appears just at the very, very beginning. Again, you can keep it just to the fifth. And once that one is there, that E, this is where we switch to A minor. Again, double chord on each one. Then it's E. And then we're back to our A minor. And again, you can do anything you like. How you're playing the chords is entirely up to you. But the idea is that you keep track of what is simple. So first of all, get the foundation, and afterwards you can build on top of it. The foundation is the melody and the chords that you have in there. And then afterwards, the second thing, you can play with the rhythms in there. So here it is. There is a second section of it, but it is quite simple. I really advise you to try to figure it out by yourself. It's not that difficult. And if need be, I'll just do the second video for this particular song. All right, Max, thank you so much for bringing that one to my attention. It's a wonderful song. I heard that one in my childhood a long time ago. Most likely I heard that one in Tetris as well, because who haven't played Tetris, yeah? Here it is. All right, all the very best. If you have any questions, just let me know.